Looks like it's time to crack open your yearbook and get comfortable.
Let's go, Bulldogs!
It's the Study Buddies Podcast with your hosts, Randy California and William Evans.
Welcome to the Study Buddies Podcast, the podcast all about the highs and the lows of experiences in high school. My name is William Evans, and that one's Randy California. Randy was voted most likely to start a new podcast without me.
Guys, I did it. And you know what? No regrets. Will was voted most likely to build a pool in the shape of a TikTok logo.
Oh my God, yes. Well, one day when I get that TikTok mansion, all the guests are going to live together. And we're all going to live together in that TikTok mansion.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So generous. I love it.
Charlie D'Amelio, eat your fucking heart out. Anyway, I'm getting, guys, I just to up front, I'm getting way too into TikTok. I need someone to pull me out. Maybe we'll see. It's getting weird. I know too much about this TikTok lifestyle, this world. But Randy, you got a new podcast. That's going to be fun.
Guys, it's called The Cycle of Life, and it's a fitness podcast where I don't know a damn thing about fitness, but I made a podcast anyway. So that's the soul of my podcast, my second podcast.
Beautiful, Randy. Today we got a really special guest. We got the best guest that you could get on August 27th, 2020. Like Marc Maron probably could get Barack Obama again. And that wouldn't be as cool as the guest we have today.
Nah, guys. Oh man, our guest today is he's a little bit closer to his graduation than me or Will are. A little bit, but he's wise beyond his years. Guys, give it up for Happy Jones.
Hey, welcome. Thank you, guys. Thank you for considering me to be cooler than Obama in podcast terms.
We believe in it. We believe in you, Happy Jones. Yeah, man.
Okay, well, he said that, and then you went, nah. So don't. Will believes in it. Don't throw a we, okay?
Yeah, okay, well, hold on now. Maybe that nah was...
You have to earn my love back, Randy.
All right, Happy Jones, you're going to get it, all right?
I came on this podcast to start a riff publicly.
Oh, shit. Wow, we got
my
riffs.
God. I got my lifeboat. I got my second podcast on my lifeboat.
Oh, yeah. This is now the Anarchy podcast.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Oh, man. Oh, but we're on our toes. I'm on my toes, that's for sure.
Okay,
my butt toes, anyway. Yeah.
All right. So, Spencer or Happy Jones, what were you voted most likely?
Yeah.
We didn't have most likelies at Chino Hills High School. Shout out. But you have a lot of comedians on here, so I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I was the class clown.
Man. Oh, yes.
That was only senior year though. I lost that title in a lot of different areas, homecoming every year. But I did lock it finally senior year yearbook, and I feel like that's the king. So
yeah, you did it. That's
right
the goal.
Oh my God,
I mean,
yeah.
I proved
we didn't. Yeah. I don't know what I forgot mine. I need to crack open that yearbook, but I remember it's something stupid like he most likely to be pretty fine or whatever, like average life or whatever.
Oh, I thought you meant fine, like handsome.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, same. I was like, okay, Will, thank you.
It looks like it'd be a fine man.
Yeah. I didn't even get a label, guys. If anything, it's probably I give myself a label, sexiest man alive. I did that.
I was second. I'll retweet that one.
Thank you.
Nice. So Spencer, travel back in time, so far back in time, it's years and years ago,
Don't go too far. Don't go too far back. You don't have to go that far.
Try to remember back in high school, like, you're going out to the lunch tables. You got your brown bagging, or you,
it's called center ice at Chino High School. All right. And we refer to it as such.
Nice. Yeah, Will. Yeah,
okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're forgiven. You're forgiven.
Okay.
I wasn't a lunch kid. Oh, who was I sitting with?
Yeah. Who you sitting with?
Okay, I heard this on a previous episode, and I've thought about. I was a room kid. You know what I mean? I grew up in Southern California. It's hot outside. All right.
Yeah.
Not to mention, we had roofs over our lunch areas, so it was just crazy loud. So I had started off pretty innocently. Sophomore, freshman year, I was a theater room kid. You know?
Yeah.
As I'm sure many of your guests were. But then that sounded like an insult. It was a compliment. But then junior, senior year, we ventured out into the ASB room. All right. And then, yeah, so there was kind of a shift halfway.
Very nice. Would you say you were cool, Spencer?
I wasn't cool, but I would say, my definition of cool is kind of like a Michael Jordan. Then I was the Dennis Rodman. All right.
Yeah.
You didn't always like me, but you knew who I was. All right. Like,
and you did what you wanted to do.
Exactly. People would always come up to me and be like, hey, you did this super weird thing one time. I'd be like, maybe that sounds like me.
Yeah. Why were you gambling in Vegas when, your basketball team needed you? You know what I mean?
We needed you. We had no small forward. You were in Vegas. My basketball team did not need
Yes.
me.
What were you doing in Vegas, Spencer, at that age? Yeah. What were you?
In high school? In high school in Vegas, just roaming the streets in a onesie.
Yeah.
That's a true story. I'll say that for another day.
Oh boy, what a teaser! What a teaser!
Yeah, leaving more and more.
Guys, with the cuts. Oh yeah, that's gonna sound real good.
Smooth.
It's sound good.
Smooth.
Let's give them a raw episode today, boys.
No lube on this one.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Director's cut.
We're Brokeback Mountain in it here.
Whoa.
Spit and boom.
Fade away to black.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So we're doing an SAT question or just plain old question.
Is you smart or is you dumb? Let's find out.
All right.
Ooh, okay. Am I smarter? Am I dumb?
Yeah.
Let's find
Very
out.
aggressive to the guest. Very aggressive.
No, I think you should take an aggressive tone with your guesses.
I think so.
We're topping our guests today. Anyway.
I want to feel attacked.
I'm sorry. I'm just doing all the weird shit today. Okay,
Good,
okay.
yeah,
Cool.
let it loose.
Yes.
It's
loose.
pandemic.
Which of the following is considered to be the powerhouse of a cell?
Mitochondria. Come on, get out of my
Whoa.
face.
Wait
Get
a
out
minute!
of
Oh
my
my, you're
face.
the what? You're the first guest.
You come
I
at
just
me
dropped
with
this.
a meme?
Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
know
god,
what?
that was amazing.
Yeah, I didn't even give you the options, and you knew right up front. You know what? I'm going with that too. Mitochondria.
Is that one of the options though? Or
Yeah.
yeah.
But
You know what?
do you want to know, Randy, the options, or do you?
Let's
give
let the audience know.
All right,
yeah.
So the options are cytoplasm, nucleus,
Boo.
Golgi apparatus. I never heard that term before, or maybe I did. And mitochondria. So,
Mitochondria, baby, lock it in.
all right, we're locking it in.
Real
Yeah,
quick.
we're smart.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
sorry.
nailed it. We nailed it.
Nice. Wow, Happy Jones, it might be the smartest guest we've ever had coming in with that hot answer.
I feel like that's a meme. I feel like I've seen that on Twitter in a meme format where it's like mitochondria is a powerhouse of the cell.
Nice.
Oh man. Well,
Maybe-
yeah, BuzzFeed. I'm on BuzzFeed.
Yeah, are you
so-
looking at a meme right now,
Wow.
Will? Are you? What are you looking at? Are you?
BuzzFeed probably took it from Twitter and Reddit, like they do with everything. They're not. They just like, oh yeah, I'm working hard, and then they're just on Reddit and like
No.
copy paste. Yeah.
BuzzFeed is single-handedly has done most artistically for society than any other establishment in the past 2 decades, and I believe that. I'm just kidding. No, I don't believe that at all.
Like,
I 100% believe in that. No, Spence, don't go back on that, Spence. I mean, Happy Jones, don't go back on that because I actually believe that. Like these guys, like 3 guys trying like $2 donuts, $100 donuts, and then $1 million donuts. That's
Oh my
the
God.
fucking dream. So
Yeah,
I stand
okay.
by that fact.
And their ghost hunting videos are good, but this isn't about BuzzFeed. You know,
No.
you guys are open to being picked up by them. That's clear. All right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's just there.
We'll
That's
consider
just for
them,
them to hear. That's for the producers who are listening.
BuzzFeed, please pick us up. Please give us money to those.
We'll
I
think
don't know
about
if I'm getting a job ever again, so please give us.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're going to
yeah.
be given jobs from here on out, Will.
Oh,
That's right,
shit.
Will. That's right.
Just like high school.
Hey, Spencer, why don't you lead us out of this segment so that we can get to our main subject, which is about leadership?
Wow. Topics.
So, leadership camp. I don't even really know what this is, to be honest. I not a leader, I guess.
I don't even know what camp is, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I'm lost with the camp.
All right. Do you guys want the nice version or do you want the version where I tear down the establishment?
You know the answer. You
Yeah,
know the
according
answer.
I've seen Will's Instagram stories. He's kind of anti-establishment.
Yeah, man. Burn it down.
Okay. All right. So yeah, it seems to be the theme of this summer. So I'll give you the gloves off version. But before I step into this, river of thought, I just want to point out, Randy texted me, a little behind the curtains look for you listeners. Randy texted me, he said, "What do you want to talk about?" And I said, haha, I don't know, maybe my first girlfriend. So that's the end of the story. So, all right? Well,
Okay.
That's a little candy for the end. So
Yeah.
people don't.
You know how to
skip through.
tease them. Yeah, you
Yeah.
go get it. Get
We're
it,
giving,
Spencer.
we're giving a little bait at the end of that string. All right, leadership.
Cool.
A is B. Okay, so at my school, leadership, so ideally you're supposed to be helping the school community and kind of organizing events. What it was in actuality was fourth period where 60 kids in one room would talk for 10 minutes and then just hang out in separate areas. And then
Nice.
4 times a year we would have a rally where we would just get, classic school rally. You guys have rallies at your schools?
I went to a charter art school, so no, we didn't really have rally.
Yeah.
So you guys didn't have
Well,
crazy
then, Will,
rallies?
I had
really.
I had a graduating class of 800 or 900 students.
That's good. That's a good rally size. You can have
Bigger,
a
actually,
solid
maybe
rally
thousands.
with 800. I had 3. The school was 3,000 about.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. Divide that by 4. That's your next SAT question, boys. But then I'm
I
trying
just
to
melted in my seat.
I can't do it. No, we're not doing
I just
that.
melted in my seat,
Sounds like too much math for me.
Okay, yeah, I'll drop it. Okay, forget it. It's in the past, boys. We don't need to worry about it. But then, I don't know. So we would do rallies like 4 times a year where we would just paint gigantic posters to cover up our gym. And then, fourth period, we'd split it. So half the classes would come out the first part of fourth period and then the other half the second. And then you would we'd hire like a juggler or something. We'd get like crazy neon lights. Like it would have like thousands of dollars budget. And we'd only do it like 4 times a year. It was such a crazy.
Wow.
But then, I was in charge. I was commissioner of PEP, won that through a hard-earned election. Me being the commissioner of PEP got me a free ticket to CATA. Now, what is CATA? You guys ask. That is the name of the leadership camp. Okay?
Nice.
Now, for the SoCal leaders out there, they understand that there's 2 leadership camps. There's Castle and CATA. Okay? And basically, all like the kids who can afford to go to these camps and like maybe a few who are like, hey, we'll pay for you. Cause it's like at least a few $100s to go. It's not really cheap, but then it's just all these privileged kids in polos, just like going around for like 4 days, just like, oh my gosh, I wish you guys could be there. You just go to the exact same seminar with a different person. And it was just the most conceptual, there's so much in hindsight we could have been doing with our resources. It could have been like actually helpful. But then we spent like an entire week just listening to people talking about like, hey, positivity is key. And then that would be it for like an hour. And you're like, okay, that could have been like 10 minutes, my guy. We got it. We understood. But then, so it was just like a weekend of that. And then, but see, here's the big pull why everyone wanted to go, because it was just like, it was your National Lampoon classic mess around vacation. Like you'd stay in college dorms and like girls and guys would like sneak out in the night. Obviously, like people would bring like alcohol, drugs, like, and when I'm talking drugs, I'm talking like Xanax, ecstasy, like shrooms.
Wow.
It's California, and they got the kids who can go to this camp can afford those drugs, guys, and I can't emphasize that enough. But then, like people would bring animals. People would buy, like someone bought a mouse one time, and it was just like there the entire weekend. And they have dances, so it's just crazy. But yeah, so that's basically leadership camp. Do you guys have any questions right off the bat before I step into romance?
Yeah. Did you guys have a lake by that camp?
Oh, you bet. This time, well, it was a lake that they call the Pacific Ocean.
This is something. This is one of my personal dreams, is to like find not to go to a high school leadership. Will, calm down, please. Not to go to a high school leadership camp. That's not my dream. My dream
you just want camp. You're hung up on the camp part. You're like,
okay.
Oh man, there was a camp, and there like, Spencer says this whole thing, and you're like, oh man, camp.
Yeah, my dream
juice there. Oh.
My ultimate dream is to be on one of those lakes with like the little, the bounce house castles where someone jumps on a big tube and launches you into the lake. That's my dream.
Hey, you know what? Podcast aside, school aside, real quick, just a moment between us three. Please. Randy, Will and I will make that happen for you before 2022. And that's a promise.
Yeah, baby. Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
That'd be a lot of fun.
That's on me. That's on my name. All right. So
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Happy Jones. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, Happy Jones.
And I'm gonna come for you. I'm gonna jump on that giant inflatable bag and send you into the air.
It's somewhere around here. I know it. I've seen YouTube videos of people doing it.
Okay, we'll track it down
somewhere. Yeah.
We'll look through some hashtags on TikTok. We'll see what we'll do some research.
Yep.
Okay,
so and back and
okay, and back and all right, but no, like leadership camp. I'm interested. Like it's just like positivity. Were there any like anti-drug seminars there too?
No. The anti-drugs in the ASB were it was always after. It would always be like they had things. It was crazy what they would let us do. They had things called overnights. They did that like 5 times a year, where the kid with like a giant house would invite everyone from ASB over to spend the night, and there was like 0 parental supervision. And then obviously everyone would get crazy drunk. And then like you guarantee it, every time that happened, Monday morning, we're all in the ASB room in a huge circle. And then the leader of the clan, Miss Quixote, Michelle Quixote, she would like just sit in the middle, and she'd be like, I'm really disappointed in you guys. And everyone would be like, we're sorry. Oh my gosh.
You kept mentioning that there's like a lot of like super privileged kids there, like what did that bother you, or were you like, whatever, or
yeah, well, hey, we can unpack that. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You and I, we can do that. So yeah, I guess, I mean, maybe that's kind of a me thing, Yeah. But then, yeah, it wasn't crazy. Like out of the entire class, not everyone was like that. But then out of the people who would like be able to go to these kind of camps, like it was kind of, it was the type of like people who would get a car when they're 16 kind of thing,
Yeah.
Could take a lot of AP classes because they didn't have to get a job kind of thing.
We're a bit older and everything, but like something going off it a little bit is that, back in our time, like Instagram wasn't huge and all that, but now it's like so big and everything that I always think like it would be really tough to be in high school, because now you see those rich kids and now they're also really popular on Instagram or whatever. So there's this kind of like like you just feel more jaded or more alone. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, but
let's dive into it. I said my spiel about Kata because this is something I have a lot of. Let's be honest. I'm Gen Z. I'm here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was weird. It was an interesting high school too, because there was, I mean, for one, I'll throw this out there. When I was there, the Ball brothers were there: Lonzo Ball, LaMelo Ball, LiAngelo. So then there was already kind of like an international attention on our school specifically, which was interesting. Like, I'll say for me, I can only speak on my experience with that, but I think it was kind of cool. Like, in the sense that, like, I mean, I do stand up, so I hope I am around famous people more in my life, So it's cool to be around like LaMelo Ball and Lonzo Ball in a really casual situation. Like, I worked at a juice bar in town. We just come in and just get like, like a strawberry sentiment or something, and then it's just really, it's funny to see, like a godlike figure that you'd normally see on TV, just kind of being like. That, but then outside of that, just regular high school of it all, the girls who had a lot of followers were not cool. They just were. They were really hot. They just were like really hot. Yeah. Like I had a girl in my third period psychology class, and I hated her. She was in my English too. She'd always try to get out of stuff because honestly, she could have been a model, but she was like had a C personality. But then one time she'd always brag about how she'd like go out to clubs and stuff like on the weekends when she was 17. I'm like, what? Okay.
17?
Yeah, but she looked like she was like 23. So she bragged about being in a VIP table with R. Kelly. Ha ha ha.
Wow. Damn. Sure. That is crazy. Yeah, like that's not.
He was a little different back in my day. There were all we had were T9s. I don't know if you guys remember the T9 phones. So people would look like they were, pleasuring themselves with their phones under the table, and they're just like
the way God meant it to be.
And so they would have that look, but like they'll be able to type out a message without looking at their phone. So we found a way.
They found a way.
Yeah, just
were
like
people sneaking earbuds in your time? Were people listening to music?
Yeah, we were still connected by wire. There were no wireless headphones at that time.
AirPods hit me about junior year, and let me tell you, it was kind of a thing where it's like, you saw it, that was a trend I literally saw set before my eyes. There was like, okay, there's a lot of Filipino people in my area, and there's a handful of like really, really cool Filipino kids who went to my school who could like all sing really well. And they all like were just super well dressed, and they all got AirPods like literally 6 months before the entire student body. Wow. And I saw them every day, and I was like, "What are these things?" Like, and I thought it was like, this is never going to catch on. And then
I still hate how they look, but now it's accepted because everyone wears them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people roasted each other. People forget how. If you wore AirPods month one, about 50% of the people you're running into, they're gonna be aggressive. All right, they're gonna be mean.
Yeah.
I have something to relate to that. I remember we had a foreign exchange student. This is a long story. I'm not going to get into the whole story, but we had a foreign exchange student stay at our house, and he's from Sweden, and we all had MySpace, and he had Facebook. And we were like, you don't have a MySpace, loser. You don't have a song on your profile. Facebook seems dumb. And then, like a year later, it was just like, just have a Facebook. No,
Tom's hotter than Mark.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait, it was Tom, right? It was Tom, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
MySpace.
A year later. Oh, okay. Well, that kind of. I was born in 2000, Randy. I don't know Tom. I only know Mark Zuckerberg, the king of antisocialness.
Yeah.
That's really cool, though. That you're kind of reconfirming stereotypes that the Swedes are kind of ahead of us technologically.
Yeah.
That's just that's Exhibit X at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but they're all ahead of it. Everyone's ahead of us.
Physically they're taller than us too. Like
that's crazy. I used to be so pro America as a kid, and then now like only in the past year, I'm like, whoa, where do I live? Like this is not where I was told.
No.
Hey guys, we are ahead of the world in one area, and that's Corona deaths. So high five, yeah.
Oh boy.
So cool.
We're big Fire Nation vibes. You know what I mean? People always they use that Zuko video where he's like, everything you told us was a lie. Like that's how we all feel right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Let's pivot to the romance. Happy Jones.
Okay, so this is a podcast about high school. You know what I mean? And I'm a man of romance. I had a lot of romances in high school and at the end of high school and stuff like that. Actually, I didn't really start that till sophomore year, but sophomore through senior year, a lot of romance. And I'll give you guys a quick little story for all you listeners in your cars and whatnot. Ooh. Okay, so should I use her real name? She wouldn't care. Her name's
you could use a fake name if you like. Okay. It's up to you. Yeah.
Like her name's Lexi Blue. But no.
There we go.
But then, so we were at leadership camp and it was a 3-night event. All right. And the entire 3 days when you're going there, guy or girl, all right, you're bumping into cuties your age left and right. All right. So all you're trying to do is lock down a Snapchat. You're trying to lock down a room number. You're trying to do anything like that. And then eventually they do the dance, night 3. And real quick, high school dances, especially leadership dances, the dance was almost by people paid to go. It was, they were good. They were really good. People hyped them up a lot. All right. Because it's every kid from every, we called it dog pound, but like spirit section, I guess, of like every high school in California all on one dance floor. So yeah, it's electric. But so basically we're all wearing our matching t-shirts and then, I bump into this girl. We lock eyes. We start dancing. 1 hour, 2 hours pass. Okay. Exchanging glances, dancing to the music. All right. I get a Snapchat kind of like the Lizzie McGuire Cinderella story, pulled away at midnight, dances over, Snapchatter. Okay. I'm like, I'm doing stupid stuff. We're talking about high school. Yeah. I was sending stupid Snapchats like, wish they had to dance on night 1. Like stuff like that. And I get the memories, of it's like 3 years ago. And then it'll be like, me trying to do like a really tasteful like selfie and like a bandana. And it's adorable, I'll show it to my kids. But then there's people from all over the country at this leader. There's people, most of them are from California, and then there was like one group from Chicago. And shout out to the Chicago people if they're listening. They were real cool. But then so I was like, oh, where are you from? Like, could be NorCal, SoCal. That's a 6-hour difference for you listeners, non-natives. But then, and she said Glendora, California, which is 30 minutes away from where I live. So I was like, oh yeah, I finally found love. But then like she Snapchatted me back like crazy. And I was like, whoa, destiny vibes. Like, this is cool. And we're going home the next morning. Like, I think I sat next to her at breakfast or like came up and said something to her, like make her laugh or something. And then, cause personality's got to work overtime. I know, this isn't a video, but I'm handsome, but I'm no.
Yeah, you're pretty hot.
Okay,
guys, the Study Buddies official rating for Spencer, solid 10.
Yeah, okay, hey, thank you. So. Yeah. Right back for you, gentlemen, as well.
Oh, thank you.
Of course, anytime. But then, okay, so basically we go home. We're on the same train. Oh, that's also, we took a train there. That's cool, huh? But we're on the same train, and then the entire train where I like kind of go, I'm in her section. You know what I mean? We're talking, we're having fun. But then,
oh my God, this sounds like Hogwarts. It's like it sounds like a magical story.
Except exchange wands for vapes, and boom.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, better.
People love vaping.
On that.
Yeah, you guys didn't have vapes in high school, huh?
Emma Watson and Daniel Radcliffe are getting a little call right now.
You guys never had the luxury of being in like third period, looking over, seeing someone take the fattest rip of their vape and blow it into their backpack, and then like pop their head up from the desk. You never saw that.
No,
the technology
Spencer-
didn't exist. Yeah.
Spencer, I have to say, I was pretty cool. I did hookah my senior year of high school.
Ooh, okay.
You know,
I didn't even do
That's-
hookah.
That's how cool I fucking am, man.
That's
Well,
actually very cool.
To make you feel better, Will, I did none of that stuff. I highly regret. I highly regret doing the Red Cross Club. I should have been doing this camp, this leadership camp. What am I doing, giving blood for this school?
I love
I
this
should-
podcast. I was listening to the episode where he brought up the Red Cross Club for the first time as a fact, as his high school fact, and William just goes, "Oh, that's your high school fact, Randy?"
Yeah. F you, Will.
No, it's good. And then, because wait, your fact was I was in this class.
Yo, it's a fact. It's technically a fact.
It's my
do not.
favorite segment. With no idea what Randy's going to say.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what this episode is.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, so anyway, we fall in love on the train. Fast forward, she kind of was like, had a boyfriend or something. Like, we didn't do any dirty dancing, all right? It was just romance. But then she breaks up with that guy, and a couple of, like, a month later, she breaks up with that guy, like, that week, essentially. And then, like a month or two later, I'm in Glendora by chance. There's an IKEA in Glendora, or in West Covina, which is right by there. And then I leave my lights on in the parking lot. Okay, guys, you're going to get the raw version here, but I was with two of my guy friends, and they talked me into going to Hooters, which was right next door, because we were all hungry, and they're like, let's go to Hooters. So I was like,
And I was proud of you for that. Thank you for coming with me.
I'm going to be honest, because it kind of factors
It
in.
wasn't me, guys.
Yeah.
I would have been a 30-year-old man or something. I would have been like a 29-year-old man at the time.
I didn't like Hooters. Let's just talk about Hooters real fast.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, the price is too expensive. I've been there two times in my life. Both were not my choice. But then I went to the one on Hollywood Boulevard, and I went to the one in West Covina, and both of them were outrageously expensive, and I didn't even want to make eye contact with those women.
Yeah. Can I tell you I'll tell you a crazy story about Hooters really quick.
Yeah, Dime.
I went on a Tinder date with a girl like years ago, and when she got in the car, she's like, "I want to go Hooters." And I was like, "Okay."
No, it's like some sort of test, you think?
Yeah, well, this is what happened. We got to Hooters, we're eating food and everything, and like the waitress comes over and then leaves, and she leans over and says like, "So what do you rate the waitress?" And then she started like just going through all the waitresses, and, like trying to make. And I maybe in like a certain vibe, I would if I was a little cooler or vibier, I would have been like down with it. But
Did you didn't rate them? Did you?
No, I was like, she was fine, I guess. Like maybe she's like fucking cool and I'm not, that's one thing, or maybe she's fucking crazy and I don't know, but it was a weird date.
Did you like her? Did you see her again?
No, because what happened next was like after that she took me, she's like, "I want to go to this restaurant," and it was like a way super expensive restaurant. She ordered wine.
Demanding. This sounds like you've seen the third Indiana Jones movie where he has to go on like 3 challenges to get the Holy Grail. She's like, challenge number 1, Hooters. Like,
this is one of her tests. Yeah.
What is this? She's a troll under a bridge. What's happening?
I left her at that second restaurant. I went to the waiter. I was like, "Hey, I think I'm not cool about this. I think she's trying to get money from me or something." So,
okay, so she's still in the phone. We're still kind of, we'll see if she circles back romantically.
This brings me this brings up a Tinder date I went on.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Sorry, we have to. We've got to.
That's crazy.
I was in San Diego, and this girl popped up, and she's like, "Hey, let's meet up." So we meet up at a Target. I was about to take her into a
Target Tinder date
at the Starbucks in the Target. That's where we were gonna meet. Yeah,
thank God.
And then we went over to like a barbecue place, and she was like, "You know what? I want to be 100% honest with you. I'm just hungry. That's why I go on these dates." And so,
was this like minute 15? When was this?
This was like 5 minutes in. She's like, "Look, I'm gonna be upfront with you," and I was like,
5 minutes into the Target Starbucks or 5 minutes into being in the
5 minutes in at Starbucks, and then I take her over to the barbecue place.
and you still were like, okay.
I was like, you know what? Fuck it.
And
Wait,
that's why
did I
you're
do
like,
that?
Jesus Christ, Randy.
Yeah, I think I was cheap though. I was like, yeah, we're gonna get that. Oh, whatever.
She got
Whatever.
a lot of expensive stuff.
No, she actually didn't. I think she felt maybe because I come off as kind of nice sometimes, so sometimes people have a change
Let me
of
ask you a
heart.
question. Did it feel romantic after that? Was it kind of like, hey, I'm kind of doing this for food, but hey, let's see if we vibe? Or was it kind of like, I'm only doing this for food?
In my eyes, I was thinking I still got a chance.
No.
But after she said I was like, I can go uphill. Not after the date. After the date, I was like, fuck this.
Here's what I feel like I would have done it if I had enough money. If I wasn't like crazy broke, I would do it, and then I'd be like, but in the interaction, I'd be very honest. I'd be like, hey, order something cheap. You know what I mean? And then while we're talking, I'd be like, so what's good? Like I'd you know what I mean? I'd break down those walls.
Sure. But the thing is, I don't go on a lot of dates, so I was like,
same
all right,
here.
it's fine.
You know, it's not a big deal.
Happy Jones, it sounds like you do. It sounds like you got some magic happening
Yeah.
in your life,
Well,
and that's good.
for sure. That's for sure. Every day and night. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
I'm a magic
like
man.
you found your path so early in life. We're all jealous. We're all jealous.
There's nothing to be jealous about. Am I having a good time emotionally? Yeah, most of the time. But then, success-wise, no, we're having fun. We're having fun.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. You're attractive. You're funny, and you're smart. It's going good for you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get back to your story, though. You were at your IKEA. Lights were on.
So
I
this
think
is kind of
and
almost
Hooters.
the end of it. Yeah. So we go into Hooters, and then we come out. Realized my lights were on from the IKEA parking lot. It's daytime though, so I didn't turn them off when I parked outside in Hooters. And then, so my battery was dead, and I was like freaking out. I was like barely just had a license. I don't even think I was supposed to be driving people, So I called I Snapchat the first person I can think of in that area, which was that girl, from the train, from the dance. And then I was like, hey, can you ask one of your dude friends, I named a few. I was like, if they can come out and help me jumpstart my car. And she was like, oh no, I'll do it. And I was like, no, it's okay. Cause I'm parked in front of this Hooters. And then, and she's a nice girl too. She's she's a very sweet, she's not hey, let's fuck it up. She's like, whoa, should we drink tonight? That's her high school experience. But then, she comes to this, she's like, okay, where are you? And I was like, okay, I'm going to have to be honest. I'm in the Hooters. And she comes and she jump starts it. And you know what? That jump started a romance that lasted about 5 months.
Aww.
That is what I'm talking about. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Amazing.
That's a little heartwarming tidbit for the listeners. And that's just, that's something that, it didn't work out. It didn't work out, but we're still good friends. She goes to school in San Francisco. And when I'm there, I text her and I'm like, hey, last time we got dinner at an Olive Garden, and that's
it's never over. You guys continue that friendship. I think that's a great thing. Just keep in touch.
It's over in a romantic way, but but she's a cool person. Don't you guys have that? You know what I mean? We're in
I don't have a lot of those, but I do have some. I do have some of those. I used to be a guy who was like, you know what, we're done. It's over. It's over. You know what I mean?
Really, if a girl catches my interest enough to where I'm really spending a lot of time with her over an extended period of time, then it's even if she falls out of the frame romantically, it's oh, she's just too interesting to me. Where it's she'll always be a frame of reference for at least something in my life from that point on.
Nice.
That's a little introspective for the crowd for the open mic right now, but.
It's interesting. I never thought, I always thought I've had one relationship just blow up so bad that I thought, we'd never be friends. And then I thought that's just how all relationships would be,
Was that your first ending?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I had a 6-month relationship at the end of high school, after my after I graduated. Well, no, it was like we're like
that's
3 or
where
4
it hits
months.
you hard. That's where
Yeah.
I had one at that time too.
Yeah.
And I rack my brain about it constantly because it it attached to me emotionally way more than logically should have. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
there's something about that time, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, it's, I think, like when, one thing, I'll say when you get older, the novelty of life kind of wears off. So you're like, like when everything feels new, you're like, it becomes bigger and you're like, this is more dramatic than it is. But then when you get like older, you're just like, oh, like there's nothing more new to have.
Speak your truth, Will.
though.
Speak your
I'm
truth.
looking forward to it because then it
Yeah.
takes the pressure off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not worried about things. That's
Yeah.
good. Though. I'm kind of aware that I have, because it's just impossible for me to have like a holistic view on love at 19. So like,
Yeah.
I fully embrace the dopey 19-year-old in me. Like I will send people playlists. I will, you know what I mean? I'll do that stuff on because then it's like, if someone brings that up to me later, I'll be like, I was 19, like get off my back.
Yeah.
I'll get a pass if I do it now. If I'm doing that like 28, the crowd's not going to be as easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they still might appreciate it. I have a girlfriend now, and she would appreciate if I made a playlist for her.
Because if when you get older, then it's like, then there'll probably be like late 20s where I'll drop that stuff, and then like once I'm in a relationship, like past 6 months, then all the scrapbooks are coming out. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're cute, romantic. Yeah, I get you. I was just going to say I had a thing where like we were hooking up for a while and I wanted something more. She was a friend before and, like this is a previous kind of relationship thing. And, we were hooking up and I wanted something more. She didn't. And then we just we're like, look, that's how it is. And then we continued being friends. So like, cool. it was easy. I never thought I could do that. But, like that can work too. So.
Close friendship is hard. I Googled it. I think I Googled it after a specific ending of a relationship where I was like, can you be friends with your ex? Like psychologically, you just throw that in the search bar, you get better articles. But then, and then the overwhelming response that I was getting from the internet was saying civil distance, which is kind of like, in my description would be like we text each other on the birthdays. Yeah. If maybe if we see something on Instagram or Twitter that like really, really is spot on, like that person would love this, we might send it. I have a few of those in my life. But dang, it's tough. I've been in high school was full of like, oh hey, do you want to be more than that? And then it's like kind of like, no, let's still be friends. And then it's just like, me, my friends, so many dudes I saw just killing themselves, like being friends with these women. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I know.
One day they're gonna love me. You're like, okay, champion, we believe in you. Keep doing. Hey, keep going to her house and like sitting on the other couch and watching that movie with her.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I get that. I think I was I was kind of like that, but
I was definitely
I never
like
went that far to like, just like hanging out,
I think you've never been to a girl's house and just had nothing happen in a romantic way. That happens to me all the time. We're like,
that's where I stopped at.
That's still happening to me, guys. Okay, I'm still in it. But you guys want to know something? My glory years are from when I was 23 to now, baby. Ongoing, baby. Ongoing.
It's still
but
going.
I still got it. But 23 is when like all the traveling started, or the Japan stuff started. Like I just I just started, I'm just living life. A lot of solo traveling, but you know what? If no one's gonna do it with you, you got to do it yourself.
That's cool though. I've heard traveling by yourself is one of the best ways to travel. You get the
It is the best.
I've done a few like trips just to cities that are like driving distance away, like Northern California, San Diego.
Yeah.
And just being there by myself, even just going to a concert by yourself versus going with people, like I always walk away like, but if I went with people, I would just talk to them. I've gone to concerts by myself and everyone touching my elbows were like, we're like pals after. We're DMing
The
each
thing
other on
is,
Instagram.
Oh yeah. The thing is, when you solo travel, you meet other people. It's not like you're alone the whole time. You know what I mean?
It forces you to meet other people, is what people are saying.
Yeah, man.
True.
Okay, Randy, I'm gonna have to travel. I've only been to Tampa, Florida, and Utah. Those are my big. Oh, I've been to Hawaii too, I guess. But
Yeah. Oh, Hawaii's great, man. Hawaii's a great one to always go back to. You know what I mean?
yeah, I went. It sounds like I went on that when I was a kid. No, we went on that last year for the first time, and everyone had to kind of split it, and we got an Airbnb.
Yeah.
My family, we kind of nailed that vacation. You know.
Sweet. Oh man, it sounds like you have a great family. Happy
Yeah,
Jones.
they're cool. They're cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Last thing about the solo stuff, I think my coolest, I don't know, my most memorable moment was when I got to this island with like 2 other people I just met like the night before at a hostel, and like the volcano erupted in front of us.
No.
And like literally erupted in front of us, and it was so beautiful.
Was
Luckily
it a huge volcano?
it was an active volcano, but I have a picture of it too. But the wind luckily blew it the other way because the whole island has like ash everywhere. So it could have been bad.
man.
Like yeah, but it was amazing. It like pushed the clouds away. You know, parted the clouds.
Yeah.
Beautiful view.
Dang. And that was in Japan, you said?
That was in Japan, and guys, I'll put that in the listener notes. A little link to that
Yo,
picture.
put that in the listener notes. Okay,
Yeah.
everyone go to Randy California's Instagram. It's going to be one of his highlighted stories.
You know what?
You
Yeah.
swipe
You know
through
what?
or
Comedy
not.
Randy. I'm gonna put it up. Comedy Randy today.
All right, so if you're listening within 24 hours of this being published, you are going to see it with context.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. Go look for that volcano with the cloud. All right, guys.
Put it on
I
your
think. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Look, I think we should wrap up on the subject.
Okay.
Any final thoughts, Spencer, and also any parting advice to any high schoolers listening to this podcast?
Yes. For some reason, Will thinks we have a lot of high school listeners.
Hey, I'm on TikTok and I have 20,000 views on one of them, so we could have a lot
Well,
of high school listeners.
you might be dragging them in, man. You might.
Yeah.
You might.
Yeah, high school advice. Okay. If you're late, like be really late, I guess. That's what people always say, like get a breakfast or something if you're already going to be late to first period. A lot of stuff doesn't matter. Like you think it matters a lot. Like honestly, you could probably fail high school and be fine. But if you're that type of person, all right, because there's people who you should stick to school. And that doesn't mean you're not smart. It just means that your type of intelligence is through clinical work. Anyways, next segment.
It's all good. No. I
can
would
cut all
talking more
that.
like final thoughts on the subject, Spencer, but that's all good
Yeah,
too.
well, it was like final thoughts
That
on
works.
your life,
Like, whoa.
basically.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I thought you were like,
We're
hey, let's
taking
get
us
some
out.
advice on my TikTok fans.
Spencer just took we're out. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, no. Yeah, final thoughts. Yeah, you know what?
We can cut that
let's
out.
go to it. No, it's all good. You were great. That was great.
leave it in.
No, that was
Leave it
good. That was
in.
good.
Even
I'll
at
cut
all.
out the part where I was like, and goodbye. I'll cut out that part.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Randy,
Okay.
it was beautiful.
I think Spencer really wrapped the final thoughts up for us. I think we should just move on to the next segment.
Well, I actually have one
Okay,
little
go
thing.
ahead,
One little
Randy.
thing. If any of you listening are in the Red Cross, get the hell out and go to leadership camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, have some grind on someone.
Oh yeah, Lexi Blue. We're out. Yeah.
Drink some vodka out of a hydro flask. Welcome to California.
Yeah. Hey, my advice is go to high school in California. I went to high school in Arizona. That was a bad idea. I shouldn't have done that.
High school in California is fun. Everyone drives. Like, I literally my senior year, I was taking UCB classes. No, that's that's the
Yeah,
thing. I thought
we were
made
in
me
those
cool.
classes. Will we were
Yeah, I
together in
know.
those classes? Yeah.
Nah, that was post. No, I took an improv 101 class my senior, but I would be like I'd always take my friends when I wanted to like be cool. I'd be like, "Hey, let's go see an improv show in the city."
Oh, the power you had.
And
You have no
everyone
idea.
who knows UCB knows that it's like, yeah, that's okay, I guess. Like, I felt so cultured.
Nice. No, and you are.
You got email. We have an email from Sandra. This is her email. I'm reading it now. I just moved from Honolulu.
Yeah,
If you-
Sandra.
Yeah.
If you could erase one embarrassing day in high school, what day and why?
It's the two random sentences, but
Yeah,
together.
it took a hard turn. Like, I just moved to
Okay.
Honolulu. If you could, yeah.
If maybe she moved from Honolulu because of a day she wished she could erase.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Got to read in between the lines. I
Yeah.
think
And we don't know if
Sandra's
she
a poet.
moved to LA. We don't
Yeah.
know if she moved to LA. She could have moved anywhere in the world.
She could have moved to like Maui. She could have moved to like, Maui.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh.
That's just some light Hawaii humor.
Dude, that was funny.
Like a whole genre of humor right there for you.
I got that joke from staying at my Airbnb. It's true what they say. Life experience is important in comedy.
It really is. It really is.
Okay, Will, go first.
Who wants to go first? Yeah.
Shoot. I don't know. I think I don't know if it's a day or like a time period, but there was this girl that was interested in me, and I just like we dated a little bit, and going back to romance, but we dated a little bit, and then like it just didn't work out. And there was a day where I found out that she was trying to manipulate the theater director. We're in acting, we're in acting class. She was trying to manipulate the theater director to get us to do a scene together because I guess she wanted to reignite it or whatever.
Yeah,
And-
a kissing
and-
scene or what?
I know it's just like a romantic scene, and the theater director told me that, and I shot it down. And I really like looking back, I have no idea why I was like, no, fuck that. Like maybe it was because I was like, she should have just came directly to me and said her feelings. But
Yeah.
I mean, it would still have been cool if she was like, if we did the scene together, that would have been fine. Like that would have been such a fun, even if we didn't get together or anything after that, it would just be a funny story. So maybe I just,
Yeah, but
I'd
no one
erase
wants to
that
be.
day.
No one wants to be manipulated. Yeah.
yeah. But I mean,
then why join theater
that's
class?
cute.
If you don't like manipulation, don't take theater as an elective. Like
So you want to
Yeah.
erase that day? You want to erase
Yeah, I
that day?
won't race that day and just be like, just let it happen, and if it's manipulative, fine, just let it be cute. It's a cute story, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. Hey, that's how she expresses herself through manipulation. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
It was romantic manipulation.
Happy Jones.
Yeah. Go ahead, Happy Jones.
Happy Jones. Did you want to go? Or do you want me to go? I'll let you.
I'll just go.
Okay.
So we can give a grand finale with you, Mr. California. But then, I don't like to regret things, guys. I'm a big even when
Nice.
it's bad, it's good. But then
Yeah.
Here we go.
two things do come to mind. To mind. One time was it was a homecoming my junior or senior year like assembly, like to vote for the court. So you're voting for king, queen, all that, and they're kind of announcing. One of the things is jester, which is comedian, right? And then they get to my class and they go, and the jester for class of 2018 is Spencer Wheeler. And I stand up because my real name, for you listeners, my God-given name, as we've explored on past episodes, is an American construct that doesn't exist. Spencer Whelan. So I stood up. I hear Spencer Wheeler, and I stand up to go up and accept it. And then they finish it. Wheeler. Spencer Wheeler. And I immediately just take the L and I sit back down in my seat. And this is a thing where it's like you're on stage and the audience is watching. And I was just like, oh boy. So that's one. And then I forgot the other one. So Randy,
It's all good.
I say,
Randy?
Happy Jones. I say, own it, man. Just like I actually have a similar thing to like that happened, but the thing is, it backfired because I did it on purpose, but no one believed me. They thought so one person laughed, like there was one person like cackling, just one person cackling, and it was my best friend. She's my best friend, and it's weird because I forgot her name because it was like middle school, But also like my biggest thing is I used to wear this sweater all the time. I think I've talked about it before on this podcast, but I wore a sweater all the time in like 100-degree weather. I'd wear it and I'd even lie. I'd even say like, you know what, I'm a little chilly because, you know, I was kind of ashamed of my, you know, my body.
No,
figure.
Randy, I did that too. I believe you.
Nice. And thank you. And then like one day in class, my teacher said, okay, Randy, take off your sweater. And like, you know, there's nothing I could do. And it was like right after PE, I take off my sweater. I'm drenched in sweat. And the school, we have a, you know, what is it? We have a clothing requirement. You gotta wear a white shirt. Everyone has to wear a white shirt. Yeah. And it was, my nipples were out and and people were like, no one said anything, thankfully, but I felt it. It was so awkward.
That's really nice. They didn't like.
No, yeah. Hopefully, they didn't even notice.
Maybe you look
they
good.
did.
Maybe
they did
like,
notice. Yeah,
it's hot out. Maybe they just understood. They're like, yeah, it's a humid day, guys.
I did talk to a guy like years later, and he was like, "Oh, you're the sweater guy," and I was like, "Oh
No.
my god, yeah, I'm not even joking." He's like, "Oh, you're the sweater guy," and this is like someone I knew. This is someone I talked to back in the day. So,
Hey, Randy, you never know. Someone could have like saved that for their spank bank later, you know?
Oh yeah, you can be in a lot of people's minds right now.
well,
Whoa, that is nips, man.
Yeah,
like, some girl is like into that nip.
She's into. She's like, she keeps typing a message to you and then like deleting it. She'll do that like once a week.
you know, this was before cell phones even exist, like you know, actual cell phones for everybody. So I think if anything, they were drawing little sketches of me. Maybe you know, that's what I'd like to think.
A Motorola Razor. She's just like,
yeah, you know about the Razor, my man.
yeah. I try to throw it out for you guys.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I try to show up. I'm on Google. I'm looking. No, I'm playing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we know that. I got to stop this podcast right in its tracks because it's time for Randy's high school facts.
Oh, I got a good one today. Fact. Guys, this week's fact. Okay, you guys got to hold on, please. Okay. Oh, everyone hold it on. All right. The highest high school in the world is 5,400 meters above sea level.
The highest high school in the world is 5,400 meters above sea level.
Yeah. That's like 200 meters higher than Mount Everest.
All right, you got to admit, he brought it this week, Will.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The base of Mount Everest.
It's good.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to hit me with Denver, Colorado. On God, that's what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say, like, Denver High School.
But the highest high school? My high school, baby. Ooh, give me that cloud. Puff, puff, puff. There's the big cloud.
Everyone give him the clout.
Yeah.
Everyone give Randy your clout now.
I'll give you 500 of my TikTok views, Randy.
That's another thing that would
it.
happen at CATA that summer is that people would airdrop each other a single photo of a clout coin, one clout token. And then when you did something cool, they would airdrop it to you and be like, yeah, you just earned 5 clout tokens.
Guys, I don't know what a clout is. I'm sorry. I'm coming in. I got to admit, what the hell is a clout?
I didn't really know either. I was just like, whoa, how come I don't get any clout? And they're like, sometimes you get clout. Like some people have Gucci belts. Like it's just kind of like swag, I guess. Like it's cool. It's like respect almost. Like it's a complicated. I'm writing a thesis on it. You know,
Dissertation.
I'm gonna give a TED talk on the definition of clout.
I'll look out for that one. Yeah. This is the history of 2 future TikTok stars.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I'm starting to go off the road here, off road here or whatever.
Whoa.
And I'm doing my own TikToks that aren't just suggested by things. But I'll say up front, we had Lacey. That was the suggestion by Hannah Holyoke. And we had 7-Eleven. That was the suggestion by Brianna May. And those 2 TikToks, the first one got 174 and the second one got 165 views. So not, they're fine. They're fine. I did a political one that is at 6,000 now, and it's gotten a lot of comments, a lot of Republican kids being like, well, I don't think that's right, or whatever,
Yeah, that means you're doing good. That means it's probably correct.
You're on the track. I mean, that's part of the journey.
And then that Terminator one I did, that Terminator meme one is 20,000.4.
All right, so people like Terminator and people like politics. That's what I'm doing.
All right, yeah. The next 10 years of me, you're gonna see me as the Terminator.
Terminator TikTok is a big market. It's a
Get it.
But yeah, that's where I'm at. Where are you at, Randy?
This is what I have to say, Will, and everyone, please listen up.
You're like, we're retiring this segment.
There's two things a papa has to do. Okay. You can hold on. You can hold on for dear life and hope they drag you through the grass, to get to the journey. Or I can let him go. I can let him be. I can let him go. I can let him fly.
That was Papa's option number one. It was
Papa's option number one. Papa's option number two. I'll let you go. I'll let my man go, so you can be who you can be. You know what I mean? You can get more views without me. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be right behind you. Just don't look back. Don't look back, but I'm right behind you, guys. I got
that sounded creepy.
Oh,
don't look back, but I'm right behind you.
Don't look back, but I'm right behind you.
Are you running in this metaphor?
All right, guys. Oh, hey. 146 views on my my 7-Eleven post.
Okay.
What's up, guys? This is probably best desserts I've ever had. Best dessert I've ever had.
I had some sound technical difficulties, so I don't want to blame it on that, but I think it made it better.
No, that's what we're gonna blame it on. That
two likes on the 146 one.
Cool.
Wow. Why did you say that's so sad, Randy?
And then guys, I have one more. I'm actually really proud of this one.
Okay.
This is one where I'm with Yoshi and the Mario Princess and stuff, and I do. Hold on, listen to this.
Are they virtual?
Oh, that's right, guys. I did a WAP. I did a WAP. I did a WAP video.
Well, there
that's
goes
right.
my suggestion.
There you go.
Yeah, I've done a WAP video too. Yeah, like it didn't get much.
They're not gonna like mine. They're not gonna like my WAP.
Well, they didn't like mine much either. I did one where I'm like a grandpa and being like, I got some pot of macaroni, and they're like, Granddad, we know you've listened to WAP. And he's like, well, I also like macaroni. He's like, fine, whatever. And then they're like, it also reminds me of your grandmother.
Solid.
Really silly.
Yeah.
But it didn't get many views either. So
Hey,
it's
what are
part
you
of
gonna do?
sketch. You guys are brave because I'll do the stand up, and I fail probably just as much as like. If it was the videos, I'm probably only getting one with a lot of likes on that. But you guys are you're experimenting in the public eye, which I'm too afraid to do. You know what I mean? So hats off to you guys.
Spencer, you're really funny. You could kill on TikTok. You can.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't want the Chinese government to know where I live.
You know what? That's
Amazon already knows, and Netflix already knows.
No. I have
Google already.
Every time I buy something on Amazon, I rent an Airbnb for it to be delivered.
Wow.
Jeff Bezos cannot know.
That's and Bezos is like, damn it, again, where the hell is Spencer?
Bezos is the lamest dude out there. I don't think I know a dude who's
Put it
more
out there.
lame than Jeff Bezos. That's the wimpiest guy I've ever. Who wants to be a billionaire? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. He just walks around in tuxedos, like on rooftops. Like, do something with your money, man.
Yeah. I hate Elon Musk almost just as much, but at least he's doing
everyone
crazy
hates Elon
shit.
Musk. Why do you hate Elon? It seems like a new thing to not like him. That I don't know why.
I don't know why either. Yeah, I've always loved to all
I
the
was
stuff he
team
puts out.
Elon, and then all of a sudden there's been a cultural shift in opinion.
It's just another billionaires thing. But I mean, I was going to say it was like, at least he's,
he
doing
actively
weird
spends
shit.
his money. Like he's kind of like a Disney in the sense that like he earns a lot, but then he immediately reinvests it into whatever he's worth. Whereas like Elon, and he's kind of like inventor status where Jeff Bezos, what do you do, bro? You just like tell someone to like run a website? What does that even? Come on, like.
Yeah, Elon just came out with like, I think he was like backing this company that helps, I think people move again, like with neurological diseases. Don't quote me on that, guys, but that's what I heard.
He's trying to like help us communicate with our minds. He's trying to like spread. Literally, he has like 300 tweets about spreading the light of consciousness. Jeff Bezos is like, hey, let's lower our prices. And lose money so no one else can compete with us, wait for they're out of business, and then raise our prices. Like that, he's not trying to spread zero consciousness. Mm-hmm. And that's the difference.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I really needed to say that, you guys.
Thank you, Spencer.
Thank you for saying that.
We won't cut this out. Cut this out, Randy.
We will not cut this out.
If you cut it out, send it to me. All right, because I'm gonna post it on my.
It's gonna be. It's in the Study Buddies vault. That's gonna be one of our core principles. It's in the Constitution. It's in the Study Buddies Constitution.
Happy Jones re-release.
Yeah, exactly. when he was small.
Before
he got on TikTok.
Yeah, before you get.
Teresa's, and I am Julio Torres. That's a joke for the community. Okay, I'm giving you 2 words because I want you guys to get a lot of views, and these got to be thinkers, boys.
Bring it.
I want to see a lot of text on these. Wealth redistribution.
Oh, okay. Oh, he said it, guys. It's locked in.
I want some high-level political satire, all right? Economic satire.
Ooh.
Working class TikToks.
All the Republicans are just gonna like kill me.
Good.
Murder.
Why are Republicans on TikTok?
I don't know. Because they want to look at girls, I'm sure. that's like probably, the creepy ones for sure,
I feel like most Republicans I know are actually, I feel like Trump's America is TikTok. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a key demographic.
Yeah. There's like far leftist TikTok, but yeah.
And that's where you get your views.
Oh shoot! Do you guys hear that? The bell, it's time to pack up our bags and go to the next class. I'll see you guys at the end of the day, though. It's cool.
I only talk to you guys because I sit next to you.
Yeah. We've been talking this whole class. It's crazy that the teacher's not like, telling us to shut the fuck up. We have all this podcast gear, and the teacher's just like, anyway, it's all good.
Yes, and
yeah.
Dude, the teacher's like, don't they wonder why we're 30 and like still come to class?
All right. So, it's time to do the plugs. Happy Jones, where could the good people find you on the social medias?
I'll give one and one only. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Happy Jones 32. Mm-hmm. End of story. I mean, I'll if you give me a space, Randy, to edit, I'll shout out some accounts that are philanthropic that I follow that I think are doing good work.
Great.
You can plug them. Do you want to do them now or?
Yeah.
Throw them all out, man.
Just cut out that little word salad in between while I'm pulling up the Instagrams. Okay, guys, if you're in LA, here are some cool Instagrams to follow. All right. There's Black_women lead. All right. They're super cool. They organize a lot of stuff. There is Selah, SELAHNHC. They work with like helping the houseless neighbors in Silver Lake, Echo Park. And then I'll give one more. This one is political. DSLA. It's the Democratic Socialists of America, Los Angeles. They promote a lot of cool candidates, and they're kind of like, hey, fuck police, which is, let's retweet on that one, guys.
Yeah, for sure. Right now, it's just getting worse.
Yeah, and everything Spencer just said, everything Happy Jones just said will be in the show notes, so you guys can, find them there too. Yeah.
They're all cool, so follow them.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, Randy, where can the good people follow Randy California?
Randy California can be followed on Twitter and Instagram, Comedy Randy.
Cool.
And then also, guys, I got a new podcast. It's called The Cycle of Life, and it's about non-professionals talking about fitness. And we really stress non-professionals because we make some claims, and we are not going to stand behind them. Okay, we will not stand behind the claims. Yeah. It's our experience. All right, it's our experience. Yeah. And another big thing, it's not about cycling. Not about cycling, okay? So no extreme. Cycling. Yeah, it could be. It could be like
Stop emailing Randy and asking about cycling advice.
I swear to God, one more cycling question and I'm done.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So you guys can find me there. Also on TikTok, guys, you can find me at Podcast Bro, or Pluto is my spirit planet.
Well, guys, you know where to follow me on TikTok since I'm everywhere on TikTok. I mean, but no, I'm on TikTok at Silly Man Lol and, LOL, laugh out loud. That's why I learned from the Zoomers, LOL, laugh out loud, throwing it out there. And you can follow me on Instagram at Will's2020 username. And, is there anything else?
I forgot. Follow Stand Up, but 6 feet away, and that's 6.
Yes.
That's 6. The number and feet is just FT, baby. That's a cool Westwood stand-up account. Shows for outdoor shows, quarantine style, safe. So look that up. Follow, baby.
Safe and beautiful with the sunset.
Exactly.
Me and you, Randy, we got to meet up and go to it. It'll be the first time I see you in like 6 months.
Yeah, absolutely. But, I'll be like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah. You guys should come out to one sometime with it. Maybe when things get a little better.
100%. From there, thank you so much for being our guest today, Spencer.
Yes. Thank you for having me. It's been
Thank you, Happy Jones. Thank you.
Yeah, Spencer, Happy Jones. I like Mountain Lion, I go by many names.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Nice. Also, don't forget to rate and review 5 stars.
Yes.
Subscribe.
And I do hope we have you, Happy Jones, back on the podcast sometime. I don't know when, but
I'm going to be the most popular guest. I'm going to be on this show like 25 times.
Oh, nice.
You'll be our Ben Schwartz or
exactly.
Paula Tompkins. Yeah.
I would be your Paul Tompkins.
Guys, we got an email, and we would love to get some emails. studybudpod@gmail.com.
Yeah, shout out to Sandra. I hope your move went well.
Yeah. Wherever you moved to, we hope it went well.
Yeah.
and as we say at the end of every podcast, Randy, what is it that we say again?
When you're fighting a Godzilla, use your psychic powers, buddy.
Wow. Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's just common sense.
Yeah. Well, thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.